ED medicine, which pill to choose when there are hundreds if not thousands? How do we know which pill is going to be the best one? How do we know which one's going to get it sorted? I'm going to be uncovering that. If you find this helpful, in the bottom right hand corner you will see a button that says subscribe. Click on that button so that you can get the latest videos and tools to overcome erection challenges. I was doing some research on this and I was looking at all the different types of pills and supplements that exist. Here is just a few of them. Viagra, Cialis, Sildenafil. Those are the most common ones. But then we've got the gas station pills, you know, the ones that you can put £1 or $1 in, whatever it may be, and then get the pill. Then there's supplements. So we hear things about omega-3 is the right thing, but then magnesium is the right thing. L-arginine is the right thing. Horny goatweed. Horny goatweed, I remember my introduction to that was at my granddad's house and opening his supplements cupboard and seeing horny goatweed and saying, "Mum, what's this? Why is it called that?" When I was about 8 years old. Over the counter or prescriptions, all the way through to supplements that we can just pick up ourselves. Each one usually promises we're going to get it sorted. We are the one, we are the savior to be able to get this sorted. I wanted to question my own skepticism about this because I thought, okay, we know the reality is when it's to do with the mindset, whatever the pill is not the thing that's going to get this sorted. We can fall into this trap of thinking, why isn't this working? I was told that the pill would work. Maybe it's me. Maybe there's something wrong with me. Why can't I get this sorted? What's wrong with my body? And then we start to doubt ourselves, and you can see, and you probably know, what comes with that is more shame and more guilt. So how do we make sure we avoid that trap? And are these marketing promises really true? What goes into it? So let me talk to you about the skepticism. Because initially I was thinking, okay, it's obvious that there's not going to be one that solves it all, or else erection challenges, performance anxiety wouldn't be a thing anymore, and everybody would be taking this one particular pill or supplement. Clearly that's not the case. And from many guys that I've spoken with, 50% of the time these things work to some degree, and the rest of the time they don't work. So we know when it's a mindset thing, our body has to be in a calm state to be able to enjoy intimacy. If it's not, if we're in a stress state, thinking, what if I lose the erection? The pills are not going to work. Nothing's going to happen. Look, there's people who have built these companies, these supplement companies. Perhaps this was a challenge for them in their life. So they went out and did the research and found what types of specific supplements solve this problem for them. So that was my best intention mindset. So I started looking at the websites and started looking at blogs of best supplements for this year, last year, and then going on to each of the websites and trying to find the About Us section to read more about the brand and who started it, where did it come from, what was the story. And I couldn't find much. I have to be honest with you, this surprised me because I was expecting that perhaps my mind was going to be changed a bit on this, but I couldn't find much. Most of the websites looked the same. It was basically just buy the products, this will get this sorted, this will sort it out for you. The very best that I found was a company that was saying how they just wanted to provide the best supplements across a range of sex, anti-aging, for athletes as well. So now I've come to the point of thinking, okay, it's unlikely that there's going to be someone who really gets it behind these companies, who's actually been there and has experienced this, and it's come from a place of sincere, this is the one pill that worked for me, it got it all sorted. Where my mind has gone to is actually, this is marketing, and yes, there are people behind this who want to build supplement companies, pill companies, fine. But it's more just about what they feel like is the right fit for the brand, as opposed to what really needs to happen to get this sorted. Here is where I'd like to introduce Pareto's law, which you may have heard of, the 80-20 principle, the 80-20 principle. The 20% of what happens drives 80% of the results. 20% of what happens drives 80% of the results. So an example, imagine a field of fruit trees. The ones that produce the best fruits, it's going to be 20% of them that produce the top 80%. When we think about a sales team, the top sellers is going to be the top 20% that produce 80% of the deals won. And I believe it does apply to this as well. When it comes to pills, supplements, gels, all of these different things. They are just incremental. They are not the 20% that makes 80% of the change. That's in here. The mind is the thing where we see 80% of the change. The remainder of the 20% is just these incremental shifts, of which pills may or may not have some improvement. So what does this mean? Well, it means that the most important sex organ in our body, the most important sex organ is our brain, no matter what. Our brain is the thing that controls how turned on or turned off we're getting, how much sensation is there to be able to release blood flow freely around the body or not. Our brain is the most important sex organ when it comes to performance anxiety and erection challenges and getting it sorted. It makes sense how we would get into this place of thinking, I should try this supplement. Oh, that didn't work. I'm going to try this one. That didn't work. I'm going to try this one. But we could spend a lifetime doing that. This is the truth. We could spend a lifetime doing that and never really find anything that gets us the results that we want, whilst experiencing this continued shame and feeling of guilt that we can't satisfy our partner, or what if I can never have a partner because of this? The truth is that this organ here, this part of us, this is where the work is to get it sorted. This is the 20% that will deliver 80% of the results. It's not another pill. It's not another supplement. It's not another latest thing on the market. As tempting as it can be, as easy and as convenient and as quick. So you can see it's ticking many, many boxes here. Convenience, ease, privacy, speed. It keeps us hooked. Same thing with porn. Right? Convenience, ease, privacy keeps us hooked. We can apply this to so many different things, smartphones, social media, whatever. There's many different places we can apply this model of convenience and speed, and then we get hooked. That's where we can get almost addicted, really. Yes, I'm talking about porn and smartphones, but even to try and searching for information, finding new types of supplements. Bringing this back specifically to erection challenges and performance anxiety, what does this mean? Well, what it means is that if we are serious about getting this sorted, we have to do the work here. How do we do that? The first step is by understanding what's going on, what's actually at the bottom of erection challenges and performance anxiety. We have to be willing to step away from the immediate temptation of hooks and promises that are only going to deliver some incremental shifts, if that, and then stepping into focusing on where does most of the work happen. And the vast majority of the work happens here. So if you feel ready to take that step to get to the bottom of what's going on, then I'd like to invite you to complete the free performance anxiety quiz. In the comments below, you'll see a link to the quiz. It's a free quiz based on my own experience and the conversations that I've had with hundreds of guys around the world to overcome erection challenges and performance anxiety. The first step that we must take is understanding what's going on for us individually. So when you click on that link, it will take you straight to the page where you can answer 10 free yes or no questions. You will then see what is at the bottom of this for you and how we start to get this sorted. I look forward to seeing you there.